Hey everyone, welcome back to the van. In this episode, I am excited to talk about a few different upgrades that I've done with Miles, and I can't wait to show you a few simple upgrades that I did to make van life a little bit more comfortable and convenient. Hey everyone, my name is Dustin, and I've been living in my converted 2040 Econoline van named Miles since April 1st, 2023, and I invite you to come and join my journey. This is a channel all about van life. Okay, before I didn't have anything in here. This is something that I do want to put a nice curtain up here within time, but I had something show up in front of me and I started looking into them and I really liked what it was and how simple it was. And well, it's insulated, almost like an insulated blanket slash insulated tarp. It's made by Arcturus, and I will share all the information. I have no affiliation with these guys, and I've never even seen their products or anything until this just ended up right in front of me. It's green on one side, or like an olive military green on this side, and then on the other side it has that reflectix to it. So, and what it is just like an insulation blanket, or a tarp that you can put over top of something. So what my whole purpose is for right now is almost like an insulation barrier or a privacy barrier in between my front seats and my back cabin or living area. And it works great. I hang it up right now. What I've got it hooked up to is just carabiners on both sides. They have grommets at each corner. And just to show you exactly what this brand is, and they came with two, so I actually have one over here hanging up that's going from right here all the way back, that's giving me an extra layer of insulation right on the inside of my window in there, because these things are drafty. This is an old 25-year-old van, so it's definitely insulated way better than the average. I have an insulated floor and I have the insulated walls and roof, so it is insulated and it does hold temp better than the average, but it could always be better. So one big thing that I did fall kind of accustomed to, and I even hate to say it, but it is the truth, is falling asleep watching something or listening to something on my phone, whether it's just static and noise, or if it's watching some YouTube or falling asleep to a podcast. I always ended up doing it. And I ended up usually holding on to it like this and holding it up here, and it smashed me in the face. There's a couple mornings that I woke up the next morning and I couldn't find my phone, and I feel like I just must have tucked it right away and hugged it and cuddled it all night long, because it ended up down near my feet or on the floor somewhere in the blankets. And I was getting sick of it. You think that you just put it on the charger or whatnot, but because of the situation, I just always was holding on to it. So I ended up looking around and I got a few different reviews and I tried a few different things like a phone stand or whatnot. It worked. I found ways to work it, but I wanted, one of these. I wanted to find one that was strong enough, that had good reviews, that would hold my phone. It wouldn't be too wobbly or anything. And this one works perfect. I'll share the link with you below. It wasn't expensive. It's sturdy enough, and I can easily just adjust it. It does turn, so you can have the vertical. Right now it is on this, so it definitely does have a little bit of a shake, but honestly, if you're not touching it, it doesn't shake. So, and it does easily adjust. I always hold it, but it definitely always adjusts if I want to move it around. I can swing it over back and forth. And the way that I have this set, I actually have my phone cord wrapped right around the whole arm, so I can easily attach it and just charge it overnight. And the only thing that I end up doing with this is accidentally hitting it when I'll go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, so I just swing it over and it's out of my way. That's been really convenient. I absolutely love it, especially for under 20 bucks. Yeah, it might have been right around 20 bucks, but I'm stoked about it. And it's a nice, easy clip. It's nice on the phone. It's got a rubber and plastic clip on it so it doesn't scratch up your phone. It's sturdy, it feels durable. It's made of plastic. I think the arm's got metal to it, but most of it's plastic. Still, it's not just a cheap piece of crap. It's worked for me. All right, on to the next one. I have some fairy lights that I purchased here last fall when my other ones took a pooey on me. They just stopped working, actually shorted out. I got it on film that night. They shorted out and actually like smoked on me. So I hurried up, got those out of here. And now instead of wiring those directly in, knowing that I'm just going to run them, they're cheap, they'll probably be replaced and stop working again, I just bought these little coated USB ones. And they do still have the plastic coating on them. And now I'm just going to run them around the outskirts of the van, just kind of where the other ones were, just around the outside perimeter up top. That way I can get a nice ambiance feeling at night instead of that bright puck light in my face. Because I really am getting irritated with that. Let's do it! Alright, so with these fairy lights, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the USB end right towards my power stations in the back where I'll always keep them plugged in. And I'm just going to start running them basically down to the door and then back around over towards the kitchen. I do have 2 strings of them, and I do have multiple power stations that I keep in the back and power stations that I have in the front. So if I have to run another loop, I will. But right now I'm just talking too much, so I'm just going to start. And I'm not going to bore you, so I'm just going to start running them. I'll show you guys kind of as I go through. All right, so right here is the start of it. What I'm going to do is just basically tuck this over here so it doesn't go anywhere. Now I'm going to run these around through these loopholes up here, which is where the other ones were ran. And then just run it around. Alright, now I am dealing with a damn mess. This thing is just tangled. Woohoo! I finished it. Alright. Now, let's see what it looks like when we plug it in. Get these turned off. Whoops. There we go. Alright, let's plug these in. Hey! Ah, that's perfect. I'll take that. Not too much, but it's perfect. At least it's a nice night light that's above the windows. Tucked right in. Looks just about the same as what it did when I originally had it. Yes, I'm stoked about that. One more project done. And Miles is looking good. The next 2 upgrades definitely weren't needed, but they were more or less just presented to me, so I figured why not make the change, because they were definitely upgrades. Let's take this thing out of the way so I can kind of show you a little better. First and foremost, we have my thermometer. I still am a huge fan of the old school cheap plastic ones. They definitely work great. This still gives me the Celsius and the Fahrenheit, and this still gives me the moisture meter down below. So I was a big fan of these ones. Still use this inside the shop, and this was just offered to me because they were getting rid of their camper and they just didn't need it anymore. So this is a digital one. The whole time I've had this, which is a couple months now, I've had the same batteries in there, and from what they told me, they were the same batteries from when they got their camper a couple years ago. So the batteries last. That's all that matters in here. That doesn't take much battery power. And this also shows me a digital display of the Fahrenheit. And then you can go to the Celsius. And then it also has my moisture meter down below. And being winter right now, it's definitely dry in here. You can feel it. All right, next, my trash can. So, I don't know if you remember my last trash can, but that was just a recycled box that was actually from my gimbal. I just took it, duct taped it all up so it looked better and was a little bit more durable. And then I just stuck it on the wall or on this door with double-sided tape. So, and I love that thing. It was great. It worked perfect. This was just given to me. No. This one I saw at a garage sale or something for really cheap. So I ended up snagging this. And I actually purposely broke it just so I could use it a little bit better. So what I did was I broke the top piece off so I could pull this right off. And then these actually, so this comes right off. It's awesome. The thing I liked most about it was the profile. It's extremely narrow profile. The thing I hate about it is it just doesn't hold much trash. But I try not to put too much trash in here. So minimize the trash usage. It's still very narrow. You don't hit it too often. It's not a cheap cardboard box. It's a little bit easy to clean. Not as porous, not as dirty. So I definitely thought this was a cool little upgrade for how simple it was. All right, that is 5 different things that I've upgraded in Miles to make it more convenient and comfortable for me. This awesome cell phone stand, these cool lights. I love the lights. Bam! The digital thermometer, that nice low profile looking trash basket. Just looks a little better too. And then the insulated blanket up front. Those are just a great few upgrades that I've done to Miles recently. I hope you guys like this. What have you been changing to your van or your campers that you guys love? I want to hear it. So do me a favor, stick around, keep on coming back, and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you all in next week's episode. Thanks for watching, everyone.